You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. Two things. We've got Candace Parker saying these WNBA players, these hating-ass WNBA players, should check themselves directly into therapy after they did their little, they thought they were going to be cute, vote Caitlin Clark as the 11th best guard in the league, when really and truly all it does is expose the mental illness known as Clark derangement syndrome that is running rampant throughout the league. All it does is expose this. Before we get to our comments, how about this? We hope, Caitlin Clark's playing tonight, all right, against the Sparks, which I find rather interesting. First look at Caitlin Clark's yellow colorway of the Nike Caitlin 1. You know what's funny? I see these, and I immediately thought, as soon as I looked at them, I thought, man, those look good if she's playing for the Sparks. It's the first thing I thought of. I was like, damn, those almost match. If she was right there, she is. Yeah, I think so. You could, do those come in a light yellow with a purple? Yeah. Actually, my dude Scott here says, maybe not a popular opinion, I don't know, but I prefer these. I'm going to tell you right now, I do too. I like those a lot compared to the other ones. I got to be honest. So there they are, actually in motion, actually moving around again. That is correct right here. 3 years too late. Agreed. I wish this wasn't Nike. That sucks. That really does. So Candace Parker, by the way, she made some comments about the Alyssa Thomas foul and saying that, yeah, it should have been a flagrant 2. It should have been a 1-game suspension. Again, I disagree. That's fine. Upgrade it to a flagrant 2. But now the WNBA is in a bind with Congress because they decided to treat this like a run-of-the-mill flagrant 2 1-game suspension. Well, they're in a heap of trouble over it now, too. This should have been a completely different, separate scenario that should have been handled in a special way. Again, a minimum of a 10-game suspension. I believe you send a loud and clear message to the players in the league about, no, we're not going to do this, and a huge fine. And instead, they put a weak 1-game suspension, and now Congress is blowing smoke up your ass right now. Yeah, and that smoke is tied to fire that's burning underneath your butt as you're turning on a rotisserie. Congratulations, Kathy Engelbert. Candace Parker on this ridiculous 11th guard in the league bullshit.
I wholeheartedly believe that there needs to be some rules with the WNBA players because this is getting out of hand. Caitlin Clark voted 11th best guard by WNBA players. That's crazy. Kelsey Plum finished 12th in player rank, but she be percolating all over your defense. You be chasing her downhill off screen.
It's unserious work.
It's kind of crazy. Like I wholeheartedly believe that you should not be able to vote for your own teammates. Because even in the NBA, it got crazy. Like last year, like Bronny received so many votes for like All-Star. It's just, I don't know if the players should. Do you think the players should have a vote? Or you think their vote should be like, I don't understand the weight. How does the weight work?
I mean, I think most of it is literally fan votes and media votes. And obviously, I don't know the exact weight, but I think it's just hard because, like, players.
It's a great point. Why the hell are the players voting? Why are the players voting? It almost seems like it's a tool to create controversy at this point, because you're shining a light on how peers feel about certain players, and it's very obvious they've made it personal. It's obvious it is when you're voted the 11th best guard in the league and you're as good as Caitlin Clark. It's obviously a personal vendetta. If you remove the player vote, then you take the vendetta away. You take the player bias away. The media is bad enough. All right.
Aren't gonna, for example, I feel like if you're already high up in the fan voting and whatever, they're not gonna put you. They're not voting for you. For the players.
So what were you? What were you in player vote?
I was 8th.
You were 8th? See, this further proves, like, I just name another, like, no for real.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm being honest. I think they just, if it's like, if you're like already high up, like, they're like, why would I vote for you? And, plus people have their,
No, I don't know, because
No,
this
you
is
do
just
know.
like being stupid. Like,
do know.
when I sat down, as much as I did not like Diana Taurasi, there ain't no way.
No, you do know. What are they talking about there with Aaliyah Boston? Because Aaliyah Boston was 8th. What are they? You do know the problem there as to why she was. I'm just wondering, is Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark's preferences not checking those boxes? That one huge box that so many of these women in this league check? Like Stephanie White, and like Brianna Stewart, and like Paige Beckers. And there's a common theme there. By the way, Kelsey Plum doesn't check that box either. Candace Wiggins got run out of the league because she didn't check this box. Let's listen to that again.
Name another, like, no for real.
That's what I'm saying. I'm being honest. I think they just, if it's like, if you're like already high up, like, they're like, why would I vote for you? And, plus people have their,
No, I don't know, because
No,
this
you
is
do
just
know.
like being stupid.
No, you do know. Oh, that's what?
Like, when I sat down, as much as I did not like Diana Taurasi, there ain't no way I'm not going to write her as an all-star person, right?
No,
like,
but
as
they
much as
wouldn't.
I did not like anybody on the Lynx because they used to whoop our ass, I'm not going to not put Maya Moore or Sylvia Fowles or, like, I don't know. I think people need to look at themselves in the mirror and realize, like, man, you got some insecurities if you sitting down and putting Caitlin Clark as the 11th best guard. Like, y'all need to go to a therapist and figure out what childhood issues you have. Because if you're sitting there and looking at yourself in the mirror and putting her as 11th best guard, and you're putting you as 8th best, like, come on. And Kelsey Plum is the 12th. Now, maybe games because she's been hurt.
And I'm here to tell you, Candace Parker going to take some shit over this. Check this out. I saw this right here. Candace, with her white wife, probably voted for Trump. I mean, we're already doing it. Look, Angel Reese fans, honest to God, believe Angel Reese is better than Candace Parker. I mean, what the come on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think that's very interesting that Aaliyah Boston said, oh, no, you know why. You know why. Indicating there is a specific reason of some kind why Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, Aaliyah Boston was 8th among. I know those three have something in common. that they don't have, that a lot of the other players in the league, Marina Mayberry, be checking that box. I'm just pointing that out. That's something we didn't even, I didn't even take into account in the voting part, how that preference, that agenda affects everything. And it does. And affects other players besides, in some instance, besides Caitlin Clark. We did talk about it with Kelsey Plum. Tell me what you think. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Caitlin Clark wearing her LA Sparks Nikes tonight. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.